Hey guys, my name's Andrew Conlon. I'm a second year MBA student here at UND. I have a much older computer, so it's not going to let me share the PowerPoint alongside the recording. So what I'm going to have to do is just share the file, and then hopefully you can open that and or as you watch the video, just kind of follow along with me. So with that being said, we'll just kind of jump right in here. First slide here, if you're following along, is a career planning matrix, just the diagram of what I hope my career turns out to be. Um, After my pro sports dream didn't quite work out in high school, as I imagine most high school kids were probably hoping that, but didn't quite work out. Ended up having to come to college, graduate with my MBA hopefully in 2016 here in May. And then I'm hoping to get hired on as an associate or some kind of entry-level position in a government relations political consulting firm. And then over the years, maybe 10, 15-year intervals, work up to various leadership positions in that, ultimately being the director of a government relations firm. So the next slide, the employment, I guess slide kind of touches on that. Currently, I'm a grad assistant in marketing, which isn't quite the track I guess you'd expect for a government relations prospective applicant, I guess. But like I said, the steps that I'm hoping to walk through, I guess, in my career is the associate, team leader, senior leader, and then hopefully the director of the whole organization. So my diverse background hopefully is going to bode well for me and help me stand out, which I guess is the next slide, differentiation. I need to be able to stand out, obviously, to be successful and to be hired in the first place. So my angle, I guess, and what I hope to do is be as well-rounded as possible. And I believe Tom McGraw said to take as many leadership roles as you possibly can, ensure that your presentation of yourself and your work is professional. People want to hire a professional, someone who's clear, someone who knows what they want and looks like they know what they want. So that's what I hope to do, and to make myself as well-rounded as possible to stand out from the pack. I guess part of what's going to go into that is learning about my colleagues and bringing a personal network in there. Not everyone can replicate your personal network, so coming in with that kind of value is going to help you stand out as well. So some of the colleagues I've had experience with over the years, though, I've had a couple of internships with various levels of government, federal and local. So they've been very helpful. My colleagues from there have been very valuable in the past, and I hope they will towards the future. But from a more general leadership perspective, I think understanding colleagues is absolutely critical. We've kind of, I think, covered that with just about every speaker, and every part of the book that we've read has been that's been a theme, is understanding people and knowing them individually, listening to them, being a great listener, and then recognizing their strengths and then utilizing those strengths appropriately, which we talked about how important having a good fit is, having the right people doing the right jobs. That's kind of actually part of my leadership style I found through the assessments, and kind of, I guess, through my own observations of myself and expectations, is that I'm more of a participative, focused on the human conceptual relationship side, need to work on the technical side and things like that. But I think maybe it's a good thing that my leadership style is more participative, and adaptive is more importantly what I think my style is. And that's what we've, I think, learned through this entire class, is that the best leadership style, the most effective, is the one that adapts to the situation. So that's what I hope to bring with my leadership style, and a focus of my leadership is going to be adaptive and to adjust to the situation as it needs to be. Part of that comes with education. My formal education, I think, is probably going to wrap up after I get my MBA here in May, hopefully, fingers crossed. But I'm always planning to be a lifelong learner. I've always enjoyed learning. And Jean Neeram, she actually had mentioned that being a lifelong learner is something it's a great thing for you, but more importantly, it's something you should encourage other people to do. So as I move into a leadership role, I hope to encourage others to do that as well, which a couple speakers highlighted really promotes open communication in organizations, which is important. And I guess with learning comes being a good listener, learning comes with being a good listener. And that just ensures constant improvement in the organization and among your peers. So I'm hoping to do that as well. I don't want to be a workaholic, though. It's not healthy. You're not able to perform at your best if you're constantly stressed. So for fun, I'd like to take a word of Jeannie Neeram's, I guess, words of wisdom and listen to my personal calculus, um, just to hopefully find that balance. So, to offset the stresses at work, I enjoy, golfing, being outside in general, reading, and constantly learning about new things that way, as well as traveling and learning about new people and just seeing how different people live their lives is very interesting to me. So, but a couple short takeaways from this course is just being a good listener is the top priority for me. Constantly learning that way through other people and hearing what they have to say, I think is valuable regardless of what role you're in. You want to present yourself professionally, obviously, and as a leader, fit is everything. You want to understand how people fit in the organization best so you can work most effectively. So that's a priority for me as well. And then empowering those employees, that goes a step further with the fit, but trusting them enough to function on their own goes a long way. And then just maintaining a diverse skill set is absolutely critical if you want to be well-rounded, which I do, and that's how I want to stand out when I'm hired and as I work as a leader. So with that, I guess I will entertain any questions.